Hi everyone, I'm back today with another lovely tutorial. Today we are going to make a gorgeous Christmassy fun fold card. Now I'm going to be using the goodies from Simply Cards and Papercraft issue 248, and I am planning to come back to use the same goodies on different cards for the next couple of videos anyway, because I have stamped and colored in a lot of images and I have a lot of ideas on what way I could use this. So this is called Watercolour Wonders, and it's jam-packed with these lovely stamps. Honestly, if I didn't have any Christmas stamps and I seen this magazine, definitely this one would be the one to get. You got the berries, the foliage, the poinsettia. Honestly, these are just stunning, and there's a lovely long branch of this as well to create borders. There's just so much going on. I stamped and colored in so many, and yet I still didn't even use all of them yet. I definitely am enjoying this stamp set so much. The other thing that came with the magazine is from Colorado Craft Company, and this is a lovely large sentiment. So this one says, "Merry everything and happy always, have a very Merry Christmas." This is the one we'll be using today. "Jingle bells all the way, and merry and bright," and a lovely little heart. So these are gorgeous, and I am having plans to be using these in my upcoming videos as well. So please stay tuned if you would like to see how you can use these lovely goodies to create absolutely stunning and easy put together but really nice cards. Now another thing, you get digital papers and toppers that you can download yourself. Now I've downloaded them and I've printed some of them out, not all, but quite a few of them. So these are gorgeous. Now my inkjet printer, I've set it to maximum DPIs and all that. The colors are still different a little bit from what it shows in there. It will always depend on your printer. I love how it turned out. Really nice and lovely deep colors, a bit brighter than what it shows on the side in here, but really nice and deep colors. So these are a few that I printed out that I intend to use. And it's these two that I've cut into for today's card. How gorgeous is that? I absolutely adore the colors in this. Honestly, just so stunning. And this here is from the little cardstock, one of last year's packs, and it's such a lovely deep red. I thought it went very well with this theme, so this is what I will be using for my card base today. So what I decided to set myself out a challenge for is to use these to create some of my favorite fun fold cards. So for today's video I decided to make a rocker card. It's one of my go-to. I think I already have some on my channel, one anyway, football shape one, but I absolutely love making rocker cards. I do make them for birthdays. I think they just really lovely, and they're very different. So the largest circle that I cut out just using a die that I have, it's a nesting die set that I have in my stash, and this one measures 7 inches across, so this is going to be the size of my card. Now taking the two next ones down, I've cut out the next size down. I cut out from Gold Mirror cardstock. This one will layer onto here, and the next one down I've cut out from that pattern paper that I already showed you. So I'm going to layer these on top of each other in there. Okay, so for the next set I've used the inverted scallops nestables, and these are the squares, and they are lovely. So the effect you get from them is this inverted scallops. I love using these. I have the circle die set as well, and I constantly use them. They are just stunning. So I will be adding this here. It is the same deep red as I used for the card base. And then the next one down, I'll give you the measurements. This largest one is 4 1/4. So the next one down, which measures 3 3/4, is from this gold cardstock. And then I said that I've cut out a piece of this here, but then I decided not to use this. I stamped out that sentiment, have a very Merry Christmas, and this is what I decided to use instead. Okay, it is the same size I'll be using this on a different card. So this one measures 3 inches. Now you can see how it's missing a little bit of a seam there, because there was no way I could have lined this die up. It's either was cutting away bits in there, or the edge, or the C, and I decided I'll try what way it would look like with the C, because I will be embellishing this anyway. So there's this lovely poinsettia stacked up on a little bit of a foam tape, foam pad to add a little bit of a dimension. So I stamped this out twice, and on the second layer I just cut out all the green leaves and I offset it a bit, and I used my lovely brush that came with the set, which I forgot to mention. So with the magazine you also get this watercolor brush. I think it is amazing. I do have a few of these, but I just use this today for all of these. Okay, so I'm going to add my poinsettia in there, and then some of the images that I colored in, I will be tucking it here and there. Just look at those gorgeous berries. There are so many, and I played with the colors. I tried to stay close enough to the color scheme that is on these papers already. I think these are just stunning. So okay, so I will just layer and glue the embellishments on, and then I will be back. Okay, so far this is it. To further embellish this, I'm going to be using these gemstones in here. They are lovely dark red, and I'm going to use one in each corner of this, or 3 in each corner even. And I am be using some gold glitter just in the middle of the poinsettia. And I also created a stopper for the inside of my card, so it won't be flattening out when someone is rocking it, but it will stay nice and upright, especially on a smooth surface like that. So this one is a 1 by 3 inches, no 4, sorry, 1 by 4 inches, and I scored at every 1 inch, 1, 2 and 3 inches, folded it in half and folded these 2 up. So I got this W shape. I'm going to be adding my glue onto the 2 outermost tabs. Where's the quick grab one? This here. One and the other side. And I'm going to add this inside of my card. This is obviously optional, but I like to add this into my rocker cards. So I'm just going to find the middle in here. It doesn't matter if it's not completely centered, because it will not show. It will be hiding inside our card, just like so. Add a little bit of a pressure. And now it's rocking lovely. It's very hard to show it from this direction. Now, my embellishments are not so heavy, but if you're making a card like this, you kind of have to think of where are you putting your embellishments so it's not going to tip over to one side. Mine rocking nicely, because these are nice and light embellishments, really, nothing heavyweight in there, but you might need to balance this out. So if it's too heavy, you would need to add something on this other corner as well to pull the weight that way. I hope that made a little bit of a sense. So I'm going to add all the embellishments in here. The only thing is I will have to cut out another semicircle using the same die that I used for this gold one, and I will cut it again down to size, and that's where I will be writing my message. Now, okay, so this card would fit into an envelope 7 by 7 or into a box. Not too much dimension on it, so you could easily slip this into a bouncy envelope, no problem. So this is it, the card's ready. You saw me further decorate it. I did change mind about the glitter. I was going to use the sparkles from Wow, and this is the gold dust. and it's gorgeous. Look at that lovely glimmer on it. It's really nice, but I wanted something chunkier, so this is why I chose Glitzen from Chloe's. This is not a pure gold, but it's so gorgeous, a bit iridescent. I really love it. So this is what I used instead on the middle of that poinsettia. It still has to dry, and I used the dark red gemstones from the Festive Fancies collection from Chloe's Creative Cards. The lovely dark red deep. I thought it matched perfectly with some of the colors on the paper that I printed out. So this card was so easily pulled together once I had everything ready and set to go. Now, just a little bit of an advice. If you're in a little bit of a rut or your crafty mojo's left you, now with September back, school starting back, I do feel a bit under. I really don't know. I enjoyed the summer break, having the kids at home. I just love everything about it. So now I do feel, and I do lose my mojo sometimes. I just sit here at my table sometimes all evenings and get nothing done. Nothing seems to work. So what I do, I take some stamps, like for example a couple of nights ago I took this stamp set that I showed at the start of this video, and I colored in a lot of images, and I just sat down and I just watercolored them in using my new brush, and I enjoyed it so much so that it inspired me. Once you're coloring these images in, you get visions of what you could make with them, and this is how this card came along as well. I love working cards anyway, and this one was just a given. So once all those images are ready to go, even for the next few videos, these are so easily pulled together. They take no time at all. So have a very Merry Christmas. I don't know if I mentioned, I heat embossed that with the metallic rich gold embossing powder by Wow, using the Wow embossing ink pad. So that's really it. I really hope you enjoyed today's tutorial, and if you did, please give me the thumbs up, leave a message below or a comment below, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet done so. If you hit the notification bell, you will get notified of every new video that I upload. I have loads of lovely crafty stuff coming up, especially for Christmas, but not only Christmas. So I really hope to see you the next time, and until then, bye!